The hip-hop community is in shock as heartbreaking news unfolds. Khadiyah Katie Lewis, the rising star whose energy and talent had captivated fans, has sent a letter to young Jock, just 1 week after her tragic death. The revelation has left everyone stunned, raising questions about her final messages, her intentions, and the impact on those closest to her. Fans are grappling with grief, disbelief, and a desperate need to understand what KD wanted to communicate in her last moments. Social media is overflowing with reactions, tributes, and speculation as everyone struggles to process this shocking and emotional development. The story is raw, emotional, and unprecedented. Katie's letter, emerging posthumously, carries a weight that resonates far beyond her immediate circle. It's a haunting glimpse into her thoughts, emotions, and connections with young Jock, a message that now takes on a new and profound significance. The situation has ignited a storm of reactions from fans, celebrities, and friends, all trying to decipher what her final words truly mean. The heartbreak is tangible, the questions are pressing, and the story is capturing attention worldwide. The hip-hop community is still reeling from a heartbreaking revelation. Khadiyah Katie Lewis, a rising star whose talent and energy had captivated fans nationwide, has sent a letter to young Jock just 1 week after her untimely death. The shocking development has left fans, friends, and fellow artists stunned, struggling to process the loss while grappling with the emotional weight of her final message. Social media erupted as the news spread, with hashtags trending, tributes pouring in, and countless fans expressing disbelief over the circumstances. Katie's message, coming posthumously, adds a haunting layer to her legacy and raises countless questions about her last thoughts, her intentions, and the connections she held most dear. Sources close to the situation revealed that the letter is deeply personal, addressing young Jock directly and reflecting a mix of emotion, reflection, and raw honesty. Fans are eager to learn the contents, though insiders emphasize that it should be treated with sensitivity and respect, given the tragic timing. The revelation has intensified the sense of loss, creating a profound narrative of love, friendship, and unfinished conversations that will now never be resolved in person. Every line of the letter is reportedly laden with emotion, making the posthumous communication all the more poignant and devastating. Young Jock, a veteran in the hip-hop industry, was reportedly shocked and deeply affected upon receiving the letter. Insiders indicate that he had a close and meaningful relationship with KD, rooted in mentorship, mutual respect, and personal connection. Her untimely passing has left him grappling with grief while trying to honor her memory and process the significance of her final words. Friends close to him shared that he is taking time to reflect privately, recognizing the emotional complexity of receiving a letter from someone who has just passed. The timing, just 1 week after her death, has intensified the heartbreak and made the public more invested in understanding the circumstances. Fans were quick to react, flooding social media with tributes, emotional reflections, and reactions to the news. Many expressed admiration for Katie's courage and thoughtfulness in leaving the message even as they mourned her loss. Others questioned the circumstances surrounding her death, trying to piece together the timeline and understand how her letter came to be. The emotional intensity is palpable, with threads, posts, and stories exploring every possible angle of her final communication. This posthumous letter has become a focal point for grief, reflection, and conversation in the hip-hop community and beyond. The letter is said to reflect Katie's personal thoughts and feelings about her relationships, career, and the challenges she faced in life. Sources indicate that she expressed gratitude, reflection, and even forgiveness, demonstrating a depth of emotion that resonates profoundly given the tragic context. Her words, though written in life, now carry an eerie poignancy, reminding everyone of the fragility of life and the weight of unspoken messages. Fans and insiders alike have remarked on how rare it is to witness such a deeply personal posthumous communication, and how much it amplifies the emotional impact of her passing. As the news spread, social media users and fans quickly began analyzing Katie's previous posts, interactions with Young Jock, and public appearances for clues about her state of mind and her relationship with him. Conversations emerged not just about the contents of the letter, but also about the pressures faced by young artists navigating fame, expectations, and personal challenges. The discussion has been both a tribute to her talent and a reflection on the emotional challenges that come with the spotlight, particularly for rising stars in the music industry. Friends and family have expressed their grief publicly, emphasizing the importance of honoring Katie's memory while respecting the privacy of her final communication. Sources reveal that the family sees the letter as a significant part of her legacy, a message meant to convey love, reflection, and connection even after her passing. They have urged fans to approach the situation with compassion, understanding that the letter is not just a story or headline, but a deeply human and emotional gesture from someone who is no longer with them. Young Jock, reportedly moved by the letter, is now facing the task of honoring Katie's final words while navigating his own grief. Insiders say that he is taking the time to reflect on her message privately, considering how best to respond in a way that respects her memory and intentions. His close friends and collaborators have noted that this experience has profoundly affected him, reminding him of the fragility of life, the importance of communication, and the weight of personal relationships within the industry. The posthumous nature of the letter has created a unique and complex emotional dynamic. Fans are captivated not only by the heartbreak of Katie's passing, but also by the timing and content of her final message. Discussions abound about what she wanted to convey, the significance of reaching out to Young Jock, and how her words will shape her legacy moving forward. The letter has sparked a broader conversation about grief, communication, and the power of leaving behind meaningful messages to those who matter most. Industry insiders note that Katie's letter could have far-reaching implications, not only emotionally, but also culturally. Her words highlight the depth of personal connection in the music world, the challenges of navigating relationships while in the spotlight, and the profound effect that one person can have on another, even posthumously. The story has prompted conversations about mentorship, friendship, and the enduring impact of artists beyond their music, emphasizing that legacies are often shaped by the personal connections and messages they leave behind. The emotional resonance of Katie's letter is amplified by the timing just 1 week after her death. The public is grappling with the shock of losing a rising talent, while simultaneously trying to interpret the depth and intention of her final communication. Fans have responded with an outpouring of emotion, sharing stories of their own experiences with grief and emphasizing the importance of listening, connecting, and expressing feelings while there is still time. Social media has become both a platform for mourning and a space for collective reflection, highlighting how deeply Katie's story has touched people across the country. As Part 1 concludes, the story sets the stage for further revelations about the content of Katie's letter, the emotional responses from Young Jock, and the ongoing impact on fans and the hip-hop community. The combination of tragedy, personal communication, and public fascination has created a narrative that is both heart-wrenching and compelling, ensuring that Katie's final words will be remembered and discussed for months to come. Part 2 will explore Young Jock's emotional response, the reactions from friends, family, and fans, and the growing cultural conversation around Katie's legacy and her posthumous message. The aftermath of Khadiyah, Katie Lewis's passing, and her posthumous letter to Young Jock sent shockwaves through both the hip-hop community and her fan base. Emotions ran high as friends, family, and fans struggled to process the tragedy while simultaneously trying to make sense of her final message. Social media was flooded with tributes, reactions, and speculation. Fans revisited Katie's previous social media posts, videos, and public appearances, searching for signs or hints of her mindset before her untimely death. The letter added a haunting layer to the story, providing insight into her thoughts while leaving the community grappling with grief and unanswered questions. Young-jak, a seasoned veteran in the music industry, found himself at the center of this emotional storm. Reports indicate that receiving Katie's letter was a deeply moving experience for him, one that left him simultaneously heartbroken and reflective. Sources close to him shared that the letter was carefully read and reread, with its emotional weight fully realized only in private moments of solitude. Friends revealed that he was conflicted between wanting to share Katie's words publicly as a tribute and keeping them private as a deeply personal message. Every line, every sentence, and every sentiment carried the haunting echo of someone who had passed away too soon. The contents of the letter, while not fully disclosed to the public, are described by insiders as heartfelt and emotional. Katie reportedly expressed gratitude for her relationship with Young-jak, reminiscing about moments of mentorship, friendship, and support. The letter also conveyed reflection, addressing personal struggles she had faced in life and the growth she experienced through her connections with others in the industry. The poignancy of reading a message written by someone who's no longer alive created a moment of profound impact, one that resonated not only with Young-jak, but with everyone learning about the story. Friends and family of KD also became involved in the conversation, emphasizing the importance of honoring her memory while respecting the private nature of her message. Her parents and close relatives urged fans to approach the letter and her passing with compassion, reminding everyone that Katie's final words were deeply personal and intended for someone she trusted. They highlighted that her legacy should focus not just on the tragedy of her death, but also on the love, energy, and inspiration she brought to those around her. Tributes poured in, celebrating her talent, kindness, and the emotional depth she shared through her music and personal relationships. The hip-hop community reacted in a mix of shock, sorrow, and admiration. Fellow artists, collaborators, and influencers shared their grief on social media, acknowledging Katie's impact and paying tribute to her life. The story resonated particularly because of the timing. The letter coming just 1 week after her death made it a haunting and emotional reminder of how fleeting life can be. Fans expressed their feelings through heartfelt posts, remixes of KD's songs, and messages of support for Young-jak as he navigated the difficult experience of reading and receiving her final message. Social media also became a forum for broader discussion, not just about KD's life and letter, but about the pressures young artists face in the industry. Conversations emerged around mental health, the toll of public scrutiny, and the importance of emotional support networks. Many fans reflected on how KD's experience highlighted challenges faced by emerging talent, balancing career ambitions, personal life, and public expectations. Her posthumous letter, they argued, served as a stark reminder of the humanity behind the headlines and the emotional consequences of struggles that often go unseen. Insiders shared that Young-jak spent significant time reflecting privately on KD's words, considering how best to honor her memory while processing his grief. The letter reportedly reminded him of her strength, creativity, and resilience, while also conveying messages that were both deeply personal and moving. Friends close to him emphasized that this experience was profoundly affecting, reinforcing the emotional weight of mentorship and personal bonds within the music industry. The letter became more than words on paper. It became a testament to KD's thoughtfulness, insight, and enduring presence even after her death. Fans, unable to witness the private interactions, focused on interpreting every possible element of KD's story. The viral nature of the news created an environment where speculation was rampant. Some fans questioned the circumstances surrounding her death, while others emphasized celebrating her life, art, and the lessons embedded in her letter. Memes, tributes, and reaction videos proliferated as social media users sought to cope with grief and honor her memory. The discussions highlighted the power of posthumous communication to evoke both sorrow and reflection. As the story progressed, it became clear that KD's letter had sparked a broader cultural conversation. Discussions about posthumous messages, grief, and the emotional impact of losing a young, talented artist became central topics in both online forums and mainstream media. Experts in mental health and public relations weighed in, emphasizing the importance of emotional support, communication, and the recognition of challenges faced by rising stars. KD's story, while tragic, became a catalyst for dialogue around empathy, compassion, and the importance of connecting with loved ones before it's too late. The emotional intensity of the moment continued to build as friends and collaborators shared memories of KD. Videos, interviews, and social media posts painted a vivid picture of her personality, talent, and impact. Each recollection reinforced the significance of the letter, showing how meaningful her final words were to those who received them. Fans were captivated not only by the heartbreak of her passing, but also by the thoughtfulness of her message, which demonstrated care, reflection, and emotional depth beyond her years. In the midst of grief, there were moments of healing and inspiration. KD's words inspired conversations about love, mentorship, and the importance of expressing gratitude to those who matter. Many fans noted that her letter served as a reminder to communicate openly with friends, family, and mentors, highlighting how small gestures of thoughtfulness can carry profound significance. The posthumous nature of the message added to its emotional power, emphasizing the fragility of life and the value of meaningful connections. As Part 2 concludes, the focus shifts toward how Young Jock and the hip-hop community will carry KD's message forward, honor her memory, and respond to the emotional impact of her letter. The story is far from over, as her words continue to influence those who knew her and the fans who admired her, creating a lasting legacy that transcends her untimely death. Part 3 will explore the ongoing cultural impact, fan tributes, Young Jock's reflections, and the enduring emotional resonance of KD's final message, bringing the story to a compelling conclusion. As the days passed following Khadiyah, KD Lewis's passing, and the revelation of her letter to Young Jock, the emotional impact continued to ripple through the hip-hop community. Fans, friends, and fellow artists remained captivated by both the tragedy of her untimely death and the haunting nature of her posthumous message. Young Jock, still grappling with the personal weight of receiving the letter, was reportedly taking time to process the depth of her words, reflecting on the bond they had shared and the lessons embedded in her final communication. Insiders close to Young Jock shared that the letter profoundly affected him, highlighting KD's thoughtfulness, insight, and emotional intelligence. Every line reportedly reminded him of the moments they had shared, mentorship sessions, studio collaborations, and personal conversations that had left a lasting impression on both their professional and personal lives. Though the pain of losing KD was immense, the letter provided a sense of closure in some ways, offering him a final glimpse into her thoughts and feelings. Sources say that he has been considering ways to honor her memory publicly without compromising the privacy and intimacy of her message. Fans in the broader music community rallied around the story, emphasizing the importance of celebrating KD's life, art, and the wisdom she conveyed in her letter. Social media platforms were flooded with tributes, reactions, and fan theories about the meaning and significance of her final words. Many users highlighted the inspirational aspects of the letter, noting how KD's reflections on relationships, gratitude, and personal growth resonated deeply in a way that transcended the immediate tragedy. Tributes poured in from fellow artists, mentors, and industry insiders, all echoing the sentiment that KD's influence and legacy would endure beyond her brief but impactful career. The letter also sparked conversations about the pressures faced by young artists in the music industry. KD's story became a cautionary tale about the emotional toll of public attention, personal struggles, and the need for support networks. Fans reflected on how her final message underscored the importance of communication, expressing emotions, and cherishing relationships while one has the chance. Many commented that the letter served as a powerful reminder of how brief life can be, and how meaningful gestures, even small ones, can leave a lasting impact on those we care about. In addition to social media reactions, the story drew mainstream attention. Interviews, radio shows, and news outlets began covering Khadiyah's legacy, her artistic contributions, and the remarkable emotional weight of her letter. Cultural commentators explored how posthumous messages can amplify both grief and inspiration, offering insight into the emotional lives of artists and the ways in which their words continue to shape public perception. Khadiyah's letter became more than a private communication. It transformed into a moment of collective reflection for fans and industry peers alike. Yoongjok's response, while private in many ways, began to emerge through subtle gestures and statements shared publicly. Sources suggest that he has been honoring Khadiyah's memory by revisiting her music, speaking about her influence in interviews, and reflecting on the mentorship he provided her. His acknowledgement of her letter and the emotions it stirred demonstrated the profound connection they shared, and his efforts to pay tribute highlighted the respect and admiration he held for her. Friends noted that this process was both cathartic and challenging, as he balanced grief with the responsibility of honoring her legacy appropriately. The story also inspired a wave of fan initiatives. Social media campaigns, tribute videos, and collaborative projects emerged in Khadiyah's memory. Fans shared their favorite songs, moments, and personal reflections, creating a community of remembrance and support. Many highlighted how the letter underscored Khadiyah's maturity and foresight, noting that it was both a farewell and a reminder to live with intention, express gratitude, and nurture meaningful relationships. The posthumous letter, while heartbreaking, became a source of inspiration and reflection for thousands who admired her life and work. Throughout the unfolding events, the emotional resonance of Khadiyah's letter remained central. It served as a bridge between her life and legacy, offering insight into her thoughts, feelings, and intentions. While the tragedy of her death could not be undone, the letter allowed those closest to her, and even fans around the world, to feel a sense of connection, understanding, and closure. It was a poignant reminder of her humanity, her emotional depth, and the enduring impact of the relationships she cultivated during her time. As the story continued to develop, cultural conversations surrounding Khadiyah's legacy deepened. Discussions about mentorship, posthumous communication, and emotional vulnerability highlighted the broader implications of her letter. Experts in grief and mental health emphasize the importance of acknowledging emotions, processing loss, and finding ways to honor those who have passed. Khadiyah's story became a reference point, illustrating the enduring power of words, the significance of thoughtful communication, and the impact one individual can have on many lives, even after they are gone. Fans and insiders alike continued to reflect on Khadiyah's life and the lessons contained in her final message. Her letter, described as a blend of gratitude, reflection, and heartfelt emotion, reinforced the importance of human connection and emotional honesty. Observers noted how rare it was for someone to leave such a meaningful personal communication for a mentor and friend, highlighting Khadiyah's foresight, maturity, and the thoughtfulness she carried even in the face of personal struggles. As Part 3 concludes, the story is not just about grief and loss, it's about remembrance, connection, and the lasting impact of Khadiyah's words. Yoongjok's continued reflections and the fan tributes and the ongoing conversations in the hip-hop community ensure that her legacy will endure. The emotional resonance of her letter transforms a tragic event into a reminder of love, mentorship, and the importance of valuing relationships while there is still time. The story of Khadiyah, Khadi Lewis, is a powerful example of how one person's words, thoughtfulness, and emotional honesty can leave a lasting impression. Her letter to Yoongjok, arriving just 1 week after her passing, encapsulates a narrative of connection, reflection, and enduring influence. It serves as a poignant reminder to fans, friends, and the music industry that life is fragile, and that meaningful communication can transcend even the finality of death. If you want to stay updated on every development in the story of Khadiyah, Katie Lewis and her impactful posthumous letter, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You'll be the first to see all updates about KD, her music, tributes from the hip-hop community, and exclusive insights into how Young Jock and her friends are honoring her legacy. Comment below with your thoughts. What does Katie's letter mean to you? How do you think her words will influence those who knew her and fans around the world? Share your personal reflections, memories of her music, and how her story has touched your life. Your voice is part of the ongoing conversation, helping honor Katie's legacy in a meaningful way. Don't forget to like this video if you were moved by Katie's story, and share it with friends who admire her music, artistry, and the emotional depth she left behind. This story is a reminder of the power of connection, mentorship, and emotional honesty, lessons we can all carry forward. By subscribing and joining our community, you'll stay connected to all updates, including interviews, reactions, and exclusive tributes, ensuring that Khadiyah, Katie Lewis's impact continues to resonate and inspire even beyond her life.